Who's on first? The Let's Get To Local 9, brought to you by Zoomer Sport.
So we're excited to welcome back for her second appearance on Let's Get To from the Corpus Christi Hooks, the marketing guru, Amy Johnson. Amy, how are things down at Whataburger Field right now?
They are booming. We're actually about to get the AAA squad down here. So we're getting the field going for that. We just had a concert this weekend. So we went from no action to a few high school games to a huge concert. Now the team's coming, and then we have a season. So we're booming down here.
How excited are you to finally have actual Corpus Christi Hook baseball? I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited to have Corpus Christi Hooks baseball back. How jacked are you for the season?
I mean, I'd like to think I'm as excited as you are, but we're pretty pumped. It's crazy. You know, I've been in a lot of meetings here with lots of different like vendors and sponsors and things like that. And they ask the same thing and they're like, well, how do we do that last year? I'm like, how did we do that last year? I'm like, what did we do in 2019? I'm like, I don't even remember. So it's been really fun because I mean, we're kind of starting from scratch for this year because it's like, okay, we had a whole year of no Hooks baseball. Like, how do we bring back our fans and make this fun and tell them like, hey, like this is home. So it's been fun kind of like starting that from the bottom.
I suspect the job you guys did on social media last year, people aren't going to have forgotten. They're going to come back. But how much of what you all created last year will stick around, like your cooking tips, things like that?
Yeah, I think a lot of our like backyard bash and our video online like that, we're probably not keeping. Unfortunately, that was a really cool, like unique thing. But I think it's something like in the off season, like we'll definitely look into doing. The podcast was awesome. Michael Coffin kind of spearheaded that with JD. Before JD left us for bigger and better things. But I think that's something that might stick around. That's really cool.
So talk a little bit about Corpus Christi then. What are we looking like as far as what capacity we can have at Whataburger Field? Do we have an answer yet for how many tickets or how many fans you'll be able to have at the ballpark?
I don't have an answer for you yet, but I do have a hopeful like, hey, this could be good answer for you. I know MLB is mandating a lot of things, and that's been like ever changing. You know, you saw the Rangers were the first ones to come out and said everybody's coming in. So at that point, you know, fans like, oh, are we? Are like, well, no, we're not. You know, we're still going to take proper guidelines. You know, we are a city-owned facility, so obviously, whatever the city wants to do, you know, we need to like work with them on that. So we are pushing. Originally, we were looking at just 30%. You know, we called all of our season members and told them, hey, this is what's going to be like. And then a few days later, after our sales folks spent days calling them, we found out that we're probably going to be able to do more. So right now, we're pushing a higher number that I won't reveal to you yet, but it is a little higher, but still able to do some like distancing in the ballpark and keeping people safe. I think the masks is going to be the biggest part. Like we will be requiring masks for the time being, but I mean, obviously you can take it off to eat and drink and have a good time for that, but
yeah. And I guess, I mean, it seems like we mentioned Dr. Fauci on the show, but he's saying that he thinks that he's saying he thinks we'll have full capacity at ballparks going into the summer. And he's not known for any degree of like, yay, positivity. So hopefully that's where we'll end up.
Yeah, definitely. And we're actually doing a cool thing in our reveal. So we're going to release our tickets in phases. And so basically me and like my marketing communications team, we're going to work closely with the ticketing team. And so when they release their phases, we're kind of release our promotions then. So
Cool.
yeah, so you'll see in the next few weeks, like we haven't really let anything out yet, but of course my hat's like a little teaser for a big reveal that we have coming up here in a few weeks. But once we do that reveal, we'll be releasing the May promotions, and that'll kind of be phase one. And then we're doing that in hopes that like, you know, by the time we do phase two, like more people can come and we get to phase three and then more and more people can come. So that's kind of giving us, you know, some excitement where we can do a new reveal each month or every phase or so, but also still keep our fans like in the loop with it.
Let's talk promotions, because you guys are in a very interesting spot, because I'm presuming you have one whole year's worth of stuff and then you have whatever you plan for this year. Is it going to essentially become more promotion heavy as you try to just sort of get rid of stuff? Or how did you guys essentially adapt to having the 2020 stuff and the 2021 stuff coming in?
Yeah, that's a good question. We actually, the way we ordered it, we hadn't ordered for the whole season yet. So we did have a like handful of canceled orders, but that's making this year's process a lot easier. So normally it's, I reach out and I get mock-ups, and then I get quotes, and then I get invoices, and then we do the ordering. So luckily, like, we didn't get all the way to step 5 last year for most of them. So now I'm already past the mock-ups and the quotes part. So it's actually been easier trying to do some of the promo ordering and stuff like that. But I think you'll probably notice we'll probably have a more back heavy schedule. And that's just in hopes that, like, when we do these giveaways that, I mean, yeah, we want every single fan to have when we can, but like, if we do a 2,000 person giveaway and there's only 2,000 people in the stands, like, what fun is that? So
Right.
hopefully by, backloading, like, the later in our season, we'll have like a lot more that way. So it'll be a little lighter, like, giveaway wise at the beginning, like May or so, but come like June, July, we'll be picking that up.
Plus, I think people are just going to want to have a hot dog at a ballpark in May, and that's
Oh, yeah.
all the promo they need. You guys are famous for a lot of branding and identity stuff, and I'm on record on the show thinking I think you have the best bottom line brand and one of the best alternative brands. Will we see any Blue Ghost stuff? Do we know yet? Will we see any of the Rospas, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So we actually released our 2020 Rospas last year. So we actually released that whole line before we knew about the shutdown. So we didn't get to wear those jerseys. So it's that bright green, and then it's the tricolor snow cone, or Rospa. I shouldn't say snow cone. But that we'll be doing those every Sunday. So we'll continue our Rospa Sunday. This is likely the last year that we'll be doing that. So you can look forward to a revamp for next year. And then that may or may not be a ROSPA. That's a TBD, something we're working on in-house right now, actually.
Okay.
But we'll be doing those. Blue Ghosts will be happening. So they'll be happening in May. And then we have 2 other big weekends that are going to happen. And we'll release those as part of the monthly reveal, I guess. So normally, I think last year we did like 1 a month. So we cut that back a little bit this year just because we weren't sure. So we're actually had some things in the work that, like, I already have the prototype for. I was like, we'll just hold off and we'll do it next year. So we'll have a few more next year that are different from this year, but we're definitely doing Blue Ghost, and you'll see a new look for that as well coming out.
How a new look? You just piqued my credit card and made my wife cringe. New look. How much fun is this? The idea that you get to play in that kind of sandbox of, like you said, doing the mock-ups and looking through all the jerseys and things like that. I mean, it's got to be a blast, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's so fun. And it's cool. We've got a really good team here. We had some, turnover in the off season. People went off and, did bigger and better things, but we still got a core group here. And our graphic designer, she's awesome. She's sitting next to me. So really, I'm just, seeing if she's eavesdropping or not. But she's been awesome, working with our designs and everything like that. So it's cool being able to, like, brainstorm with her and our communications team too. So it's pretty fun, every time we get to sit down and think about, okay, what do we want to do? And then how do we incorporate that? So our brainstorm meetings are a fun time usually.
How the appetite for this in the community? You're down there. How much, or how excited are people? How excited are they to get back to Corpus Christi Hooks baseball?
Oh, I think they're absolutely stoked. We've been pushing it on social the last few months. It's like, how do we get people excited for baseball, but also tell them, hey, we don't have tickets for sale yet? And it's been great. People aren't like, being negative about it or anything. It's like anytime we post anything about baseball, they're just so excited and can't wait to be back at the ballpark. So it's been really good, hearing their feedback on our fans and their interaction with them on social and everything.
Well, Amy, we can't wait to see you in person, to get out. I know that we've already got 2 weekends scheduled, so we're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for jumping on Let's Get To.
Yeah, thank you.